And the bit that might just excite you here.
Well, I'm going to say, I saw this out the corner of my eye, 7930 over here.
I mean, she is a beauty.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think, why the hell have we put this on
saying,
here?
what's it doing here? Right, folks, we are now on the mega-sized John Deere stand, and we are going to get a really good stand tour, courtesy of Mr. Chris Wiltshire here, Marketing Manager of the UK and Ireland. Lots of innovations for us to see, but I believe you've got kind of a logic to this tour, which we'll find out as we go along. But yeah, just before we kick off, what's the plan? What can they expect?
Well, welcome on the John Deere stand. So again, we know we've got probably one of the biggest stands here at the show, and I think as we did last year, we've tried to lay it out in a sensible type of way of a production system. You know, actually, what do you do throughout the year? So whether you're a arable farmer or a livestock farmer, it generally flows from the start of the process through to the very end. So we're actually stood right here at the start of our small grains or arable production system. So of course, first thing you need to do is you need to turn the soil brown usually.
That's it, get it cultivated.
So you have something that does that, and we don't make that bit, but we've got the bit that goes on the front.
And this bit we have, we got to see this. Was it last year? Out in Germany, we got a really good first impression of the 9RX 830. So that's on the stand this time. Yeah. But I believe it's got a trick up its sleeve.
It has. So as you probably would have seen in the US, we've actually we've released full autonomy 8Rs.
Right.
And we're now releasing 9Rs in the US.
Yeah.
And this has actually got one of the autonomy kits fitted. So you can see around the cab there, it's got a camera kit on it. So there's 16 cameras that
you can see them dotted around.
Yeah, absolutely.
In pairs as well. So is that like 3D imaging?
Absolutely. So it's scanning all around. And of course that then feeds back through an app.
Yeah.
So that you as the owner of this wonderful machine, you can actually control it off of your phone. It gives you a little warning if there's something in its way, and you know, again, it just gets on and does its own thing. So we're really excited that it's here.
This is all available, this?
In the US.
In the US.
Now, I have to just put that little caveat in there, that in the US, it is available. It will be coming. We're not quite sure of the exact date that it's going to land in the UK or in the rest of Europe just yet. We're working away on that. There's a few little hurdles we need to get across or get over.
And this autonomous technology, is it getting accepted in the US? Because we keep talking about it over here in Europe, but we don't really seem to be kind of doing it yet.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, for the farming in the US, large scale, it fits perfectly. And there are dozens of machines out there now working fully autonomous. You know, by the end of probably next year, it'll be hundreds.
Really? You've got that many out already?
It'll start just absolutely flowing. So
this thing behind us is going to be a fair old thing working away on its own, isn't it?
Absolutely. And of course, you know, autonomy is more than that. You know, the tractors today have got so much capability to work almost independently.
They're damn near ready to do it, aren't they?
Absolutely.
It's just the sensory part of it, isn't it?
And I think you've almost touched the right word there. They're just about autonomy ready today.
Yeah.
So, you know, when it does come fully released, it will literally be a bolt-on kit to make it work. So we're at that point. So we've just moved down. So if you need something slightly smaller, of course, we've got our
a little 8RX.
And, you know, again, that's been a great tractor for us in the UK. You know, that's hit a real sweet spot of what it can do. So again, that's carrying on through our sort of production system. So we've done a bit of cultivation, we do a bit of drilling, and of course, you know, today what we're doing as far as mapping and all of that, the tractor's just built in with technology to ensure that everything is documented and feeds right into your operation centre.
That's it. And if there's one thing I think we can all agree on, that you guys are quite good at technology, aren't you?
We are pretty good at technology. You know. And the bit that might just excite you here.
Well, I'm going to say, I saw this out the corner of my eye, 7930 over here.
I mean, she is a beauty.
Yeah.
And, you know, you think, why the hell have we put this on here?
What's it doing here?
But that, again, is to jump into this technology part, in the fact of we've got our Precision Ag Essentials kit. So, you know, to make this thing function in the process of documentation, mapping, auto track, all of that, we need to put a receiver on it, we need to put a display in it, and we've made that as simple as we possibly can today by an Essentials kit. We've put a much lower cost of entry into that technology, and whether it be an older green and yellow tractor or some other colour, we've made it a whole heap more accessible going forward. So that's what we tried to show here.
And costing wise, what we're talking for this Essentials kit?
It's depending what you want to do. So it's sort of £2,500 for the hardware up front, and then it's a monthly or a subscription after that.
Right.
So again, you can build on what you want. You can use as much of it as you like. But again, it's just a great way of maybe getting the whole of the fleet connected. And
so that'll build in a bit of flexibility then. You know, you can have whatever level you want and opt in, opt out whenever you want. Right.
Yep. So again, just making that a whole heap more interesting.
Right, crop protection.
Yeah. So we've drilled, then we need to nurture. So that's part of this production system. And of course, you know, I guess one of the big bits of new information and one of the key products on the stand is around our new 500R sprayer. So, you know, we're a leading supplier in the sprayer business. Globally, we're probably number one, and you know, we've probably just needed to progress our self-propelled in the premium sector. You know, if you remember from 2 years ago at AGRITECHNICA, we launched the 300M sprayer. So that was new 2 years ago. And now we've got, I guess, the top of the range 500R here as well. So
that's it, we got the R on it now, so we're talking top spec now, aren't we?
Top spec. So again, you know, we've gone to the common operator station. So if you look today, it's the same cab as you find on our 8R, our combines, our foragers. It's just giving you a lovely place to be.
Yeah, it's that commonality as well, going from machine to machine. Because this would have been down to that Mazzotti partnership, would it?
No.
Or is this brand?
This is all John Deere. This is
all John Deere.
Yeah. No, so that was like a two streams of workflow. So, you know, the Mazzotti company that we purchased quite some years ago now, you know, that evolved into what is the 300M. So that's our sort of mid-spec sprayer.
Got you.
And again, we'll see that on the other side of the stand in a minute. But you know, in parallel, you know, we were working on the premium spec products as well.
This is the result of that.
Yeah.
And as you know, obviously we're forward cab this time.
Correct.
You know, you guys have been famously mid cab, haven't you?
We have.
So has that been dropped in Europe that now? Or?
It has. So this is the full replacement. So we're really excited. We launched it to our dealers in June.
Yeah.
We've had a few demo machines knocking about in the UK, and the first impression and the feedback's great. So you'll start to see these on farm early next year.
Right.
So we look forward to getting those in place.
And then over on this side, we've got the trails.
Yeah, so trailed. So again, you know, we've got our M and we've got our R series trailed sprayers. So our higher spec, top spec. And again, you know, what we showed is, and I think we showed it off at the last AGRITECHNICA, you know, this has now got, of course, See and Spray fully embedded. So this is where we've got a camera across every section of the boom, and we are absolutely taking those pictures and we're doing selective spraying.
So spot spraying
style. Right. So, you know, whether that be, you know, row extraction where we can take out the rows and we're spraying between the rows. So right now it is a green on brown solution. So it's identifying the weeds and spraying the weed. But, you know, that will continue to evolve. And, you know, that's where, you know, we're starting to see a real uptake as, you know, the pressures of input costs, you know, a challenge.
And the pressures of, you know, environmental responsibilities as
well.
Correct,
yeah. So we can continue to ensure that, you know, we're absolutely minimising input. So probably up to 70-80% reduction in chemical application. So, you know, really good. So
we move on.
We move on, yeah. So we've done a bit of nurturing. We've got a bit of fertilising to do. So of course, you know, 6R 215. That's, you know, one of our little sweet spots for the UK market.
Just a bit, yeah, and it just so happens there's a whole series coming up on that,
There
isn't
is,
there, Chris?
there is, yeah.
Celebrating the icon of agriculture that is the 6000 series. So depending on when you are watching this, because it could be in any order by the time you see this, there will be a full series out on this, which explores the history, the evolution, loads of stuff on the 6000 series. It's going to be a cracker.
The key bit here really is around, again, everything is just connected. So
like you say, it's all integrated, it's all commonality.
It is. And
plug it in and it goes.
Once you've been around that field once, you've got a perfect, mapping of your farm. And you enter the field, you click a button, and you're ready to go.
Yeah.
So it is just super slick.
Well, that's it. It's like, you got that virtual boundary. You cross that, you come in the field. Right, here's the job for this field. Are you going to do it? Yes.
Yep.
And that's it, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Right, harvesting time.
So harvesting. So we've done all of that bit. We've grown something. We now got to harvest it. So if you remember. Last year was our big combine launch year, so everything got an update combine-wise, and we're here showing off again. Where we've truly have got the digital combine. So today it's got everything from monitoring or measuring what is going through the combine.
Yeah.
But we've also got this active control. So up on the front of the cab. There are, of course, some cameras that are forward-looking. It's looking at what's going into the combine, so you're absolutely optimizing the combine performance.
Right,
so
it's looking at what's coming up.
It's looking at what's coming up. We'll take a satellite image as well, and we overlap that. So again, we can look at the biomass density of the crop plus the cameras, so the combine knows what it's going to go and get stuck into.
Yeah.
So the point of that is that, a combining day or for an operator today is a long, tough day. And if you've just gone and invested that amount of money in a combine, you need to ensure you're getting the most out of it for every single hour. So that's what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to make sure that the combine is, effectively optimized continuously through the equipment that's on it. And you're getting the most out of it.
Absolutely.
The last thing you want to see is that combine stood still.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Or making a bad job.
Correct.
Yeah.
And of course, we mentioned it a moment ago, the cabs. We've now got a common cab on all of our combines.
So this cab is on all of, it's on everything now.
On everything.
Right.
So, we've got 3 key ranges. So from our T series, so from our Walker, through to our S, our single rotor combines, all the way through as we get onto our X series twin rotor combine as well. So same operator platform, ultimate comfort, because again it's a long old day in a combine cab.
And again, it's that commonality, stepping from one to the other.
Absolutely. So we'll go this way because we'll skip through past the combine, and then we can often we throw something out the back of our combine that needs baling.
Bit of straw.
Yeah. So again, another little icon here, James, doesn't it?
Another 6-iron. Yeah. They're everywhere, aren't they?
They are.
Quite literally.
Yeah. And again, probably one of the UK's top selling tractors.
Yeah, what was that, 185?
A 185,
yeah. It was a 185, yeah, because that'll have sort of taken the mantle of what was the 155, the 150, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, that is the new sweet spot, I would say.
Right, balers.
So balers have had a bit of an upgrade this year. So again, really great to see us starting to really build balers into our sort of production system again with a bit more technology in them. And of course, the VR range that we've got, our fast backdoor, I mean, absolutely.
I remember when that came. I mean, that fast backdoor has been a while, hasn't it?
It has.
But it was all about the speed, wasn't it?
It revolutionised the baler business, I would say, and there is nothing else quite like it. So that does a great job. So all of our balers now, we've built in a bit more technology. So again, we're mapping. We can put in, what it's actually what we've baled. And for that grassland or contractor who's doing baling, it's made it so much easier. Press a button, all the data's into Operations Center, and you can invoice exactly what you've
there
done.
and then,
there
pretty
and then,
much.
Pretty much. So it's made it super simple.
Yeah, no hiding, no fudging.
No.
Just get on with it.
No, and just where you're looking right now is the drawbar of this baler, and
This is a bit funky, isn't it?
It's got its weave automation, so that allows you to, if you've probably got a bit of a thinner crop, then it'll weave the baler to make sure that you're filling the chamber.
As we would always do manually as an operator. So again, this is another operator aid.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. If you can imagine, as you're going around a corner, it sort of takes the corner with you, so you don't miss anything on the corner.
All right, won't it?
And if you're doing a bit of baling on hills, it helps you just tilt the back end of the baler around so you don't...
For the side slopes, just get it crabbing upwards instead
Absolutely. So again, nice little feature just to help.
So yeah, it's got like 3 sort of benefits, hasn't it? Not just the weavy bit.
Yeah, so whilst we're here, don't run off. We might as well just talk here. So of course, we've got a few other funky bits to our business. So you probably would have picked up, I don't know what it was, 5-6 years ago now.
Yes.
We bought a company called Kreisel, so a battery company.
Right.
And of course, electrification is a very topical subject.
Definitely.
So we own some real clever battery technology now. So the Kreisel part of our business is all about battery technology and charging technology.
Yeah.
And of course, we're now going to start looking to integrate that into some of our products. So this will be a 5 Series tractor. Right now, this is still in its sort of test development stage.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a preview, but it will be coming. Coming soon.
This is happening.
This is happening. So I think to be crystal clear, this is where we've taken a tractor, or we've designed a tractor completely to be electric. We haven't just taken a 5 Series tractor and taken the engine out of it and put a battery.
Right.
We have redesigned the whole tractor to ensure that it optimizes for it being an electric.
And does that include a redevelopment of drivetrain as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, completely. And again, just a few little basics on here. It will be about 130 horsepower tractor as we would know it.
Yeah, equivalent. Yeah.
But it will have different drive lines or different power or motors for drivetrain, for PTO, for hydraulic.
Right.
So again, we're not losing, and again, overall,
you're not just replacing this bit at the front, are you? You've done all that, so you can independently, like you say, control drive to the axle, PTO, hydraulic pumps, that sort of thing.
Absolutely. All the fans and whatever else are all separate and independent.
And that word we hear a lot, you can optimise this tractor. Absolutely.
So again, I guess it depends on what you're doing, but the goal is that you'll be getting a day's usage out of it.
A day, right.
If you go...
That's always the Achilles heel, isn't it, with electric?
Yeah, it depends what you're doing, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There we go. Right.
So then where are we going now? So we've done a bit of baling.
Yeah.
Need to do a bit of bale handling. So, this is one of my little pet tractors.
That's one of my favourites, 6M125.
Yeah. Oh, so that is a little pocket rocket of a tractor. 6M, as you know, last year we introduced. Can you remember how many models?
No, because there were so many. There was loads of them.
So you put me on the spot. I put you on the spot. 17 new models.
17 of them, yeah.
So of course we can have.
To the great dismay of your competitors.
So we've got 50k available on everything.
And you can get auto power on that as well.
I know. Yeah, great. So then. Just happen to have a bigger combine here. The one little new bit on here is the header. So we've got what's called a split reel. So the HDX, which is our, I guess, winged header. It follows the contour. You can see it's got that little bit in the middle now on the reel. So it ensures that the reel itself stays parallel to the knife.
Right.
So,
because it was sort of like split right down the middle, wasn't it?
Correct. So again, just ensuring that if we've got some of that laid crop, even as we're going across a curve, we can get the reel right in nice and tight and make sure that we're picking everything up.
That distance from reel to cutter bar is pretty much as even as you can get from one side of the header to the other. Absolutely. So again, we've had that route running. That's again,
getting the stuff into the combine is as important as the combine itself.
Yeah.
So
well, that's where it all starts, isn't
absolutely.
it? You get that bit wrong, you might as well not bother.
Yeah. So we come through, and that we are just about at the end of our arable production system.
So we're halfway on the tour, basically.
We are. Okay, so take a breath.
Have a breath, everybody. If you haven't done so already, grab a brew at this stage, settle down.
Right, and we'll start again.
Start again, this side.
So let's say that you're growing some grass or you're growing some maize in the UK. So we're now in the, I guess, livestock production system.
Right.
So let's say we're maize.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just how it is. We then got, of course, 7R.
Yeah.
Great tractor.
You do say so yourself.
Easy ballast, hung on the bottom.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, you know.
Get down here, Chris, you can see this here. Because that was launched, many, many moons ago,
It
wasn't
was. And, you know, today, a great way of just adding weight when we need it for traction, taking it off. 1,800 kilos, just
there, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And it puts the weight in the right place.
In the middle of the tractor.
Middle of the tractor.
Pulling it down from the centre.
Yeah.
Right.
So tractor-wise, of course, 7R up to the larger model 350. But of course, what we're probably trying to show here is, again, at the start of the production system, where we are trying to do, we're optimizing what the guy's doing.
Yeah.
And, you know, part of that is ensuring that we're putting fertilizer where you need it to be. So if you can imagine, you go into that field, you're going to plant some maize, you might have a strip till type applicator.
Such as this one here.
And you put the manure, whatever, digestate in a row where you're going to plant. And of course, again, with the operation center, with our guidance system, we can ensure that we know where every row of that fertilizer is.
You've got the tech to do that.
We have got the tech to do that. And of course, you know, as soon as you've done it, gone in there with your 7R and you've done that one application, all of that's loaded. You know, data sharing within the fleet, so it's on everything. There's no memory sticks or complicated.
It's just up to the cloud, back down again.
Absolutely.
Whatever machine you're on,
By the time
basically.
you've blinked, it's on the next tractor.
It's done. That's it. And of course, as well, like you got your nutrient sensing as well,
Correct.
which will play its part in this.
Absolutely. So this tank has got a harvest lab on, so you can start measuring what nitrogen you're putting on to into the ground. So again, you know, today really important. We've got so many more people, you know, looking at nitrogen use efficiency. You know, when you start thinking about it, even in our combines today, an NIR sensor on our combines, ensuring that we're measuring the proteins and we can actually monetize what we're doing and getting putting the grain that you're harvesting in the right part of the shed. So whether it be milling or feed, you're absolutely getting the most out of it.
That bit of the field, we'll just put that over there for feed. And that bit's really good.
Correct.
That's off to the mill. There we go.
So so you know, that harvest lab sensor, as you say, that's becoming a massive part of what we do. So whether that be in you know, the manure application, whether it be in harvesting with combines, or in a minute we'll talk a bit on the forager as well.
So this is what you were saying. Now we come over to this bit where it is precision planting.
Correct.
This is what you were saying before. You've been putting it in. You were doing your strip till cultivation and your slurry application like this. And then.
So you might want to be putting that digestate, whatever it is, 10, 15 centimeters below the surface. And then what you want to make sure is that you go and put that seed of maize just above that.
Slap bang over the top of it.
Bang.
So it can access those nutrients.
Correct. So again, you're absolutely maximizing the return of that, I guess, nitrogen that you put in the ground.
And a ton of other benefits. You're only cultivating the bit of the ground that you need. You're not, you know, you're not doing everything. It's not a blanket tillage sort of situation.
So again, you know, just ensuring we are just making the very most of what we do.
Keeping a bit of carbon in there as well.
Absolutely.
Right.
So next, I guess we got again. That's another little beauty of a tractor. Sorry.
So that's a 4-cylinder one, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
So that's our largest 4-cylinder 6R. So again, that's
boost to what, 170 something? 170 something?
About 180 something. So it's nice. And again, you know, depending on again, it's a big. I think it's a trend that we're going to see more going forward. You know, where we're doing mechanical weed for certain applications, and again, with all of what we've got as far as our rows set, then it is so simple just to go in behind what we've drilled. You go in with the next tractor, you know where everything is, and we can make sure that we are literally, you know, we're not doing any damage to the crop.
I think there's a theme here, Chris.
There is a bit of a theme here, yeah. And
transfer that data straight into the next one, bash, use it, optimize it, where you go.
And you know, today it is not complicated. You know, all of our tractors are AutoTrack ready to then fit on something like what we've got here as active implement guidance.
Yeah, so you've got your receiver on the implement as well, yeah.
It ensures that it absolutely puts the implement exactly where it is, and that isn't complicated. That is an easy thing to do today.
Yeah.
So
we are talking more plug and play now, aren't we?
And you know,
than ever before.
We need it to be easy.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it's not going to happen.
I suppose, especially with you guys as well, once a customer gets in your technological universe, ecosystem, whatever you want to call it, like you were saying last night over a cheeky beer, you can really get them locked in, can't you? It's sticky.
It's sticky.
You get them in just on the technology.
Yeah.
Because once you're in that, you don't really want to come out of it, do you?
But, you know, this is where, you know, us as a company, to add value to our customers, it is through some of this technology, you know, helping to reduce input cost, improve efficiency. You know, that is where it can make a big difference to the bottom line, and that's what we need to do.
Well, that's it, and I suppose you could say hardware, the metal and the oily bits have they're almost have gone as far as they can go. I mean, there's probably a lot more development yet, but again, technology-wise, that can keep moving on, you know, flying on.
Yep. So we just skip past. So again, we talked a little bit self-propelled. So we do have our sort of mid-spec.
So this is the M, isn't it?
This is the M.
Yeah.
And again, really important for us in the UK because there's a lot of mid-spec sprayer manufacturers in the UK. And
one or two.
There is one or two. We seem to be the most complex sprayer market in Europe, I would say. But again, that's really found its sweet spot now. So again, you mentioned Mazzotti, but again, Mazzotti got us entry into that mid-spec self-propelled business. You know, this is now fully integrated into the John Deere world of spray business. And again, you know, if you think globally, we're the world's largest sprayer company. So we've got a few smart cookies in that sprayer business. So again, that's all evolved, and you know, we've now put all of the good stuff out of a John Deere sprayer. You know, even power spray, and you know, the engine, the technology, all of that bit. So it is got all the good stuff of what you would expect from a John Deere sprayer. So forager-wise, so again, this is probably
You've been updating these as well.
We have. So this has been our big sort of news story again for this year, and that's around our foragers. So, you know, not to say that there's anything wrong with our 8 and 9000 series. They have been a real great product for us.
But you can't stop though, can you?
You can't stop, you've got to keep moving. And, you know, one of the key points that we wanted to ensure that we want to do is that we put the operator absolutely front and center of this. So again, by putting that bigger cab that we've now got, this global cab that goes on so many of our products, updating a lot of what we've got as far as the control, so a new joystick. We've just given that operator experience, just sort of taken that to the next level. So, you know, it's quiet, it's comfortable, and, you know, it's easy, because again, it's long old days driving a forager.
That's the key word, isn't it? You've got to make it easy, because if it's not easy, you just won't do it. And you'll just be wound up by the end of the day.
And, you know, so we've got our sort of two ranges, our sort of standard body and our wide body, so an F8 and an F9. So that replaces, I guess, the 8000 and the 9000 series, and the 9000 now go all the way up to 1000 horsepower. So this one, so F7. So again, we've got our 18-litre engine in here. So you know, it's great that we can take that horsepower level up, we can go without DEF, and we've got a real efficient power system, and we just lower that cost of forage as much as possible. So really good for us. And I think the one bit that I'd probably just stress again, you're going to ask me some technical details that I won't know, but the one thing that we've got a clever lot of people in our Zweibrücken factory, and I was talking to somebody else yesterday. Forager customers look at the detail and the finish, and if you look at this, it looks right. We've gone through all those little details to make sure that all the routing, all of the controllers, the electrics and whatever, are all in one place.
Yeah.
We've made it as simple and as easy to look after as we possibly can.
Yeah.
We've gone through the KPs and we've changed. We've made them super easy to maintain. We've added more capacity, and we need to make sure that whatever this is doing, it's doing it at its prime.
Yeah. So ultimately, with the foragers, then it's operator, comfort, updates around that, and more horsepower, more refinement.
Correct.
There
Absolutely. Yeah. So big. We're really pleased, and again, we've had a machine running in the UK, and it has just been, really well received. So again, another.
Is that another
it's almost as if we've got like the top selling stuff from the UK. Then.
So that's the 250.
That's the 250.
Yeah.
So that probably is this year going to be the number one seller. So that's again found its sweet spot with our customers. So that's a great tractor. So again, we've got another forager. So that's an F8. So that's the standard body forager. And again, going back to forager wise, all good stuff. But again, behind me here, we've got our combi baler. So again, just like our our variable chamber baler that we saw over in the other corner, our fixed chamber balers have also had a bit of an update. So again, just some improvements and strengthening of drive lines and whatnot. But also, of course, we've added that same bit of technology that we had. So again, things like, actually with a weight scale on the table, we can now actually start giving a weight of what we've baled. So again, that can help maybe how a contractor might charge. It's actually mapped all the field, so we know what we've actually harvested, but also then it allows us to make some of those agronomic decisions of, how much fertilizer did we put on and whatever else. So, you can start making some proper business decisions when you know what you've put on, what you've harvested, whether it be, through the combine, the forager, or the baler.
And then what you got out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, again, you can make some business decisions on what you do. So, that's where, again, I think it's really important for our customers going forward. So I think what have we got left? There's
more.
No, we can keep going. We can keep going. Again, I think just around the corner here, we start getting into actually if you look at our sort of grassland, dairy, livestock sector, then these are the important bits.
That's it, yeah.
These are the important bits, the old cows. So, we want to make sure that we're doing the best forage over here, we're making the best bales, because we want to get the most out of these going forward.
Exactly.
And again, we've got all of this technology is starting to come together. And I told you about, that we want to make sure we're maximising our return. We've partnered with a company, and we've got what's called the Milk Sustainability Centre.
Right.
So that is where we can take all of this information now. So how much fertiliser we put on down there with that 7R and whatever, what we've harvested as far as grass, how much milk we've got out of old Daisy here, and then we can start to do those calculations, and we can start to change our business decisions based on all of that. So again, ensuring that probably a lot of the supermarkets, a lot of the processors are going to want more information from our growers and farmers, then we're equipping them to be ready for that. So That's what we're trying to show here. So, you know, we've got Milk Sustainability Centre, and we're making the best forage. So that is more or less more of the John Deere stuff. There's you know, a few of the bits on here. We've got a few partners. Kramer.
You got Kramer on there.
Yeah, you know, that's a partnership that's working very well for us. They're celebrating 100 years this year,
Right.
you know, they've had a long and successful time in the material handling business. So yeah, you might want to stop by them. Again, I don't know much about them, but I've got enough to worry about.
I reckon you've got enough, haven't you, around here?
Yeah. So that is, I don't know what I did on time there, but that's a whirlwind tour of the
I think
John
we
Deere
might have
stand.
gone overtime, but
Have we?
yeah,
Oh.
no, cracking tour of the John Deere stand. Just so much going on, but at the heart of it all, it's all connected, isn't it? It's all connectivity. That's the key, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Again, we want to just make sure that, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. Our products and solutions are a value add to our customers. You know, we want to make sure that you get something back from what we're trying to sell you, because you know that's the important part.
Exactly.
It's adding the value. You know,
you don't want gimmicks, do you?
Making life easier, driving efficiency, making you more productive.
Yeah.
You know, saving you time. That's what we want to try and do.
Perfect. Well, Chris, on that note, thank you very
You
much
are
for
welcome.
your time.
You're
that
welcome.
has been absolutely spot on. Thank you very much.
No worries. Thank you.